What's up, guys? I'm Mr. Normal, and we're about to watch some creepy and strange TikTok videos you probably shouldn't watch at night. And with all that being said, if you guys wouldn't mind leaving a like on the video so it's recommended to others, that'd be awesome. Thank you so much. And now, let's get into the video.
China is back at it again. Have you guys ever heard of dark factories? This is a factory where AI robots are building other robots. And the reason that is dark because obviously robots don't need light to operate and they save a ton of money on electricity. Not to mention, China also just produced the world's first underwater AI-powered data center. What does this mean? That means they took 400 servers, put it underwater, using the ocean water to cool it to process 7,000 DeepSeek requests per second. China, what are y'all on right now? I mean, it's no wonder because China is leading the AI robotics race 51% to everybody else. AI classes are already being offered and soon to be a prerequisite for 6-year-olds in China. So the question is, how do we get ahead of this and learn?
I did not know China was this ahead with AI. There's no way we're gonna get ahead of China unless we're offered AI classes at that age. I mean, bro, they're gonna figure out how to make Iron Man robots by the age of 10.
So engineers have made the world's smallest robot that can fit on the edge of a penny. It is 0.5 millimeters across, and as you can see, it is very small. The robot uses a shape memory alloy that responds to laser pulses and allows the robot to walk, turn, twist, and jump, almost like a jumping spider. So it operates without wires or batteries and is powered externally through light. And this is just like the video I just made about the solar-powered sea slug and how they're trying to replicate that ability and apply it to technology, allowing robots to just receive energy from the sun. So if you haven't seen that video, go check it out because they're making this stuff happen really rapidly. So this marks a huge advancement in micro robotics and probably nanotechnologies on the simple fact that it's using wireless powered light sources. So they're trying to apply this to the medical industry and just regular technology like spying for sure, bro. But let me know what you think. It's the future.
That makes me a little uncomfortable to know how small that is. I'm sure this won't be used for any bad reasons. Seeing how small this thing is, what happens if you accidentally inhale it? I feel like that's how they're gonna turn us into robots.
This is the world's first biological computer. It is brain cells fused with silicon, and we need to talk about it. Cortical Labs has created the CL1, a device where human neurons are cultivated in a kind of broth that acts as the life support system and allows them to grow across a chip and send and receive signals. These neurons exist in what's being described as a simulated world, where you can directly connect to them and deploy code. Basically, programmable organic neural networks born onto a chip that live in a simulation.
My book is becoming a reality.
The idea is that this would work better than current AI hardware because it's organic, and therefore infinitely flexible, which, if true, could push AI companies to start building more biological computers. And that raises ethical concerns, especially because brain cells respond to reward and punishment. Are the neurons alive? How many of them does it take to be grouped together to be considered a living brain? This kind of technology, though, isn't new. Neuron clusters have been grown in labs and taught to play computer games and solve puzzles for years. What makes this different is that it'll be commercially available sometime this year for around $35,000, meaning thousands of people could be testing codes in this new neural network and uploading their progress onto a cloud, which also happens to be free labor. However, there are positives. A biological computer would avoid animal testing, and its speed, complexity, and diversity could help solve things like cancer. There's a lot to discuss here, but there are pros and cons.
I don't know how this invention is not getting talked about more, but this is wild. This is what they call the Powerfoil, and it's a Swedish solar company which has invented a paper-thin solar strip which you can apply to anything, your headphones, your remote control, and it charges it from any light source. It can be the sun, it could be your lamp, it could be your TV screen. Any light source will charge it up. You can buy the shapes pre-cut or you can get them custom made and just apply them to whatever device needs to get a charge. This has to be killing batteries and the solar companies.
You know dang well battery and solar companies are all over this. If I was any one of those companies, I'm investing in that immediately. That's crazy though, you slap it on like some Gorilla Tape and you get a charge from anywhere.
Yeah, it's just trendy. He would be like, no cheese.
Oh, that's disgusting. Or the vegan cheese.
Or the vegan cheese. That would be...
I'm not the only one that heard that.
Well, there was this one time when I was in this hallway and
The story goes that a few days ago, a cleaning crew was sent to clean the second floor of this building. They were sent there to clean up the rooms, but most importantly, a pile of cat litter that a child had accidentally dropped while visiting their grandma. So as requested, they cleaned up the second floor. But right when they were halfway done cleaning up, this happens.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna let the night guy get that. You are out of your mind if you think I'm gonna come back after seeing that. You're gonna have to pay me double to clean that up now because Mr. Ghostman decided to make double the mess.
Sit. Sit. Oh, what a good boy. You are a smart...
This video comes from TikTok user Susan. I'll tag her below. And while living in an undisclosed location, she's constantly surrounded by families of black bears. Thankfully, they see her as a friend. However, just keep in mind that when in the wild, it may be hard to distinguish between a cinnamon-colored black bear and a dark-haired grizzly. Regardless, here's that clip. Take a look.
You are beautiful. What a good boy. You are such a good boy. Let's do it one more time, hon. One more time, baby. Close the door. Close the door. What a good boy. What a good boy. What a good boy. Okay. Sit.
Now if only you could somehow tame a sloth bear, well, I would personally take that with me everywhere.
Susan, I only have one question. How did you train this bear like a dog? That is insane. This bear can sit like a dog and close a door. Yeah, that's crazy, but I'll take that bear at the end of the clip for security reasons.
So Elon Musk breaks his silence and he is finally speaking up about the sun. He is warning y'all about the great solar flash that is to come. And not just that. Meanwhile, you have Florida's senator passing out. Why? Well, because Florida skipped spring and jumped straight into blistering summer. Have y'all been seeing the wildfires lately, y'all? This is a warning for what's to come.
Eventually, all life on Earth will be destroyed by the sun. The sun is gradually expanding, and so we do, at some point, need to be a multi-planet civilization, because Earth will be incinerated.
I'm hearing this for the first time. No one's ever told me the sun is going to burn Earth.
This is not a disputed fact.
And I didn't know this was our destiny, to get roasted by the sun.
Yes, and I don't think there's anyone who would disagree with that.
So, Governor, forgive me. I've got to sit down because I am not feeling well. Hey, we got you.
Yeah, I always say when these people are talking to the public, they are talking to their people, meaning the NPCs, the people who are part of the Moon Matrix hologram. Because the indigenous people who were part of the original Matrix before the New World Order is still going to be here. And yes, the New World Order was them coming in and installing a New World Order because we had the old world before they got here. And then no surprise as to why you have Senator, like the movie Sinners was telling us, right? Senator ill, Liana, right? And they're all falling ill. You can't make this stuff up. The universe is speaking to us. And then just to add insult to injury, they have a melanated man grab her and say, I got you, I got you. Now, I could be reaching here, but we already know with the sun intensifying and the planet changing, you're going to need another spacesuit in order to be able to operate and maneuver in this new reality. That's why we feel this change is happening within our DNA right now. These people get into our minds by way of subconscious programming. This over here is a subtle way of subconscious programming because you would have no idea. This looks innocent, but it's really not.
So I'm warming up some broccoli for my son like I always do. I just put some on a plate, usually heat it up for a little bit. And the last time I did this, I noticed that the broccoli caught on fire and I couldn't figure out why. And it's the broccoli that's catching on fire. Well, this time I noticed when I pulled the broccoli off that there was little pieces of metal in the broccoli that are catching on fire. The literal broccoli itself has like metal flakes or something in the broccoli that is making this broccoli catch on fire in the microwave. And I have another video where you can see the spark igniting, so you can see that it's not just like the plate burning or like cooking it for too long. Like it's literally sparking from something. This is the broccoli. It's the Season's Choice steamed broccoli. So yeah, if anybody knows, I don't know. This is crazy.
Sometimes when I heat up broccoli, that happens too. It burns like that, but I've never had metal flakes like that. It's like the machine that they use to package the broccoli is just shaving off little metal pieces into it. I'm glad she caught that though before she gave it to her son.
So I don't ever do this, but I always think about doing it. McDonald's, what the is this? Okay, so I got this spicy McCrispy sandwich, right? One, too much sauce. Yeah, I like the sauce. It's just, this has too much on it. Whoever was back there saucing this loves to play with that thing. But that's not even why I'm calling. Look at this. What the is it? What is this? Excuse my language. What is this, McDonald's? Let me see if I can show you. McDonald's. I took a bite here, right? A bite, right? But I couldn't finish the bite. And I had the same problem with the first one, but I toughed through it, which now I'm regretting. I thought it was a one-off kind of situation. But what is this? Like, I've heard of a cheese pull from mozzarella stick, but what is this? This, I start pulling and it's like I could hang the sandwich from this shit. This is not right, McDonald's. Chicken doesn't do this. This isn't chicken. And here I thought this was a better option of your chicken sandwiches because I thought it was like better quality. But this is a chicken yo-yo.
Chicken yo-yo. But for real though, I can legit use that piece of chicken as a bungee cord for bungee jumping. Yeah, I'll be honest, I don't know what type of chicken does that, but that is insane. That kind of looks like the 3D printed meat that we saw last video.
I also have aliens to speak about. The Hav-Masus. What's that? They are a race of beings that the Paiute people talk about. This tale comes from an interview in the 1930s with Paiute Native American woman named Chief Frank, or Little Buck. She told this whole story to this journalist named James Donahue. But it's crazy. And she says the Paiutes, they speak of this race of beings called the Hav-Masus, but they're described as pale-skinned, blue-eyed people who lived in the Panamint Mountains of California. But according to the story, they arrived thousands of years ago, possibly by air, and ended up settling underground.
Wow.
They allegedly created a vast subterranean city beneath the Panamint Mountains with technologies far beyond the indigenous tribes of that time. And they were known for flying silver ships, or what the natives called them, sky boats. They had ray weapons. Apparently what they described says that they would hold these silver tubes. When they would shoot them, beams of light would basically disintegrate people. And then they had metal tools. These tools didn't wear out. They were machines that could cut through rock effortlessly. And said they described them as even melting the rock.
Oh my gosh.
Story after story, man.
Yeah, insane.
And then I will see you like literally tomorrow night or something. Tomorrow night? Okay, so go with them and it'll be okay, okay? Okay. No. I want you to go inside, okay? I want you to go. Okay, goodbye. Thank you. I appreciate you, okay? No, I want you to go, okay? I want you to go. And because I really, it's honestly, it's not you. I just feel so.
That stalker tried to get inside her house. Luckily, it's not even her house.
Okay, I'm sorry that I'm here. We're guys. We don't want you to know.
This dude's self-awareness is non-existent. I guarantee you this dude has never kissed a woman before, because this is not how you act. And I'm glad that she actually found a house that has a camera on it, so just in case if anything were to happen, they would catch it.
This is what dumplings look like in Southeast Asia. In this video, you'll see what Asians eat daily that might make us lose our appetite. Usual fare includes kebabs or insect burgers. Marketers went further, making larva pizza to attract customers. Another common Asian dish is unhatched chicken eggs. Marinated in a special sauce, they look and taste awful. In China, women drink bird saliva to maintain beauty and youth. It's said to moisturize skin, make it glow, and boost immunity. I've heard of very expensive dishes sold in Asian restaurants. One is bird's nest soup made from swallows' saliva and nests. Would you try these methods to maintain your beauty and health?
No, absolutely not. Bird saliva to make yourself more youthful. I mean, I guess if it gets rid of wrinkles, right? You know what I'm saying? Who's with me down in the comments? Who wants to drink that bird saliva?
There is some sort of disruptions coming out of Mexico. I've been sent several videos over the course of several days from the tectonic plate shifting to what appears to be a volcano bubbling up out of absolutely nowhere. And now this video comes from a man named Harvey. It appears to be a giant on top of a mountain. And people are actually warning him that by releasing this video, he could be in trouble himself, because people tend to disappear when they release legitimate videos of what appears to be giants in our day and age. Now, this one looks legit. Take a look at this. And we have to question, with all the earth rumblings happening in Mexico right now, is this tied to it? Take a look at this and tell me what you think.
¿Ya viste allá arriba del cerro? ¿Ya viste allá arriba del cerro?
Tell me you heard that. Tell me you heard that.
Dude, sounds like somebody did a cannonball.
This creepy video comes from Mindseed TV. I'll tag him below. And while exploring a small lake house in southern Georgia, where a young woman was unalived in the lake nearby, they hear what sounds like someone doing a cannonball in the lake right next to them. So they decide to pull out the Ouija board and perform an investigation on the dock where they heard the sound. But what they capture on camera is truly unsettling. I'll play part of that clip, but you can see the full thing over on their channel. Take a look.
Can you give us an initial? Can you give us your name? Can you give us anything?
Now it should be noted that they say that they saw a full face come out of the water, including eyes and hair. And once they saw this, they ran for their lives, even taking a short break from investigations. But as always with these videos, what do you think?
I feel so bad for the woman in the story. That face in the lake, I feel like that could have been someone messing with them, because obviously they're there with bright lights and talking in the woods. I don't know, I just know when the Ouija board is pulled out, some crazy stuff always happens.
We're about to break down the Rothschild ball like you've never seen before. I got tons of requests after I post these pictures, so let's get into it. We're gonna go very quick and very deep, so try to keep up. And don't say it. So right at the bat, we see some very obvious things, but the very meaningful symbology is only uncovered by knowledge. So first off, we see this Baal mask. But did you know this whole picture has to do with Baal? Because Baal is literally Moloch and is literally Baphomet. They're all the same deity. So what was Baal to the Canaanites, to the Templars was Baphomet. But the Templars didn't worship this form of Baphomet that we know. While we do see many images of their worship like this, it actually didn't look like this at all. The form of Baphomet that the Templars worshipped was the form with 4 faces, one on each side of its head. You can also see it's portrayed by this cartooner game with the name of Baphomet, as can be seen again right here. The one you see in the red robe right in front of Baphomet, that's the High Priestess. The High Priestess would be on the side of the east to be worshipped like the sun as the sun was rising. Same thing in all lodges, by the way. So that's why you see him wearing masks all around his face. Then in the background, you see someone looks like they're screaming out in hell. Now this one right here has a lot. So again, we see the multiple masks, multiple personalities, also demonic possession and Baphomet. We'll get to the demonic possession in a minute. We also see this egg right here. This is the Orphic egg or also the cosmic egg, which you can usually see a snake wrapped around it. It quite literally symbolizes the birth of the beast or the beast system or Satan himself and a new beginning. Everything's great. Also, you know, Ishtar and the fertility celebrations, the black and white, you know, duality, checkered floors. And this little beetle right here, would you believe me if I told you it was Satan? Because it really is. In ancient Egypt, they thought the scarab brought the sun, the light bringer. This one's too easy. The lizard, the serpent, the forbidden fruit, and the one-eye symbolism. Come back to the lizard in a minute. What do you see right here besides one-eye symbolism and duality, black and white? Is quite literally Saturn worship, Satan worship, Father Time worship, which is also the black cube, Metatron's cube, etc. The black cube. Now we got this dude with these hands coming out of his head. I wonder why. Out of his mind is demonic possession. So at the 32nd level, they literally get possessed by ascended masters or enlightened beings to make them more powerful. Don't believe me? Go look it up. And this right here gets a little bit freaky. It was an art piece made for this specific ball, but you want to know what this dude who was into who made this? A guy that used human dolls and merged them with taxidermied creatures. A good reference for that is the parties they do on islands in the middle of the woods in the middle of nowhere. Now this guy's glove, it doesn't look like just leather, it looks more like lizard skin, as does his helmet thing. Then we got the birdcage, which symbolizes oppression, again, demonic possession, and also duality, the seeing of freedom on the outside and bondage on the inside. A lot of these people are trapped, but a lot of them like being trapped.
Throwing a basketball down a haunted death tunnel.
No.
That's so creepy.
Now who's getting the ball? I'm just saying that is an insane amount of steps. Hand me a skateboard and I'm taking the right side.
There is a school in Texas that only has 2 hours of class per day, is taught by AI, and has no teachers. And the results are kind of scary. Students at Alpha School are testing in the top 1 to 2% nationally. In fact, it's been so effective that they're now expanding across America to Florida, Arizona, California, and New York. The students are learning academics through AI tutors, which give them a one-on-one personalized curriculum. And after their short morning academic block, the rest of the school day is spent learning real-world skills like public speaking, entrepreneurship, and financial literacy. They also built a school in Brownsville, which is one of the poorest school districts in the country, and the students there demonstrated 2.1 times faster learning compared to national norms. So the question is, should more schools around the country adopt this approach, or is this something that could never work for larger schools?
Man, if I was a kid, sign me up for this immediately. And honestly, in my opinion, yes, I think they should definitely push this out to more schools. Because sitting at a desk every single hour, every single class, man, that ain't it, I'll be honest. But this gets them out moving, thinking, public speaking skills. Yeah, that's pretty dang cool.
So I was passing by this Aldi and noticed that the storefront has symbolism, not just the logo. Because the logo is an A that coincidentally looks like a 666. It also has 33 symbolism. Because this logo can be viewed as just a thicker 6 in itself, from the main road, if you're west of the building, you can see 1, 2, 3. And then on the main road standing east of the building, you can see it again. 1, 2, 3. So 666. Pretty fitting for a name that sounds like All Day. And then right next door, you have a Burger King that has the logo twice on the storefront. And they did that because the Burger King logo has this random C. So having 2 of them on the storefront, you have a double C, which transfers over numerically to a 3-3.
Ese es un venado. Ese es un venadito, pero tiene que estar la mamá. La mamá tiene que estar por ahí cerca. What the heck is that? What the heck is that? That's not a... What is that? Bro, what is that? Bro, I'm telling you right now, that's not a dog. That's not... It looks... You know, I don't know what it is. No. That is the weirdest thing. What is that? What is that? I don't think I have ever seen nothing like that in my life. It looked like a chupacabra. No. That is the weirdest thing. What is that? What is that? I don't think I have ever seen nothing like that in my life. It looked like a chupacabra.
I'll be honest, this thing looks like a hybrid between a fox, a deer, and a dog. But it also kind of looks like a Tasmanian tiger with no stripes. I tried to search this thing up on Google, and apparently this is the closest thing that it represents. But I don't think it's a tiger, but it looks dang close to this.
There is an update on the missing people after going to a job interview that was posted on Indeed, or should I say a job application being put in from a hiring manager that posted the job on Indeed. Now, there are a total of 17 missing people after, going to the same exact job interview. This is so disturbing. This happened in Atlanta, Georgia. All these people tend to be women or girls, young girls, teenagers, young women between the ages of 20, in their 20s, 27, 35. These are the names of everyone. Everyone's saying that this isn't real. This is real, y'all. Please be careful. Like I said, there are scams out there to, risk, your identity being stolen or anything like that. Just make sure that you're putting an application in with a legitimate company. Like I said, the 17 people that are missing are actually missing people. This isn't made up. And I'm not 100% sure what job this was for. It just was a listing or a posting, and it led to a virtual interview, or not a virtual interview, a link being sent to go to an interview. And the name of this person, the identity of the person that the job was linked back to would, get deleted and then put back up later. Like I said, when you do apply for a place, please make sure that you're not putting in your personal information or details or going up to an address that is not real or address that seems like it's sketchy.
Just like this person said in the comments, Indeed definitely needs to be held accountable. And I'd say they need to do better background checks on the people that are okaying these interviews. And I really hope they find every single person on this list.
Hey, drop the taser. Drop the taser. Or drop it. On the ground. Get back. Hey, drop. Hey. Step it up. Hey, drop the chainsaw. One at taser point.
The suspect would later be identified as 41-year-old Daniel Escalera. Despite repeated commands, it appears he has no intention of surrendering.
Oh my God. Hey, drop it. I got one at taser point. Step it up. We'll be in the front lobby. Drop it! Drop it! Drop it!
Subject in the front lobby.
My man, how many times are you going to tell this dude to drop the chainsaw before you tase him? Obviously, he's not going to drop it. He's there for a reason. He's inside of the building and he's trying to get the chainsaw started. You probably should just tase him. Like, for the love of God, man, you allowed him to even start the chainsaw up while there's people inside the room. All right, guys, that's the end of today's video. Thank you so much for sticking around and watching the clip seen today. And if you enjoyed today's video, leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.